Oh, welcome back to Sosnovka NOT. Version 3.1 by Johnny Vee. Now, you might notice that money's gone down a bit. There's a good reason for that, and that is because of this. I decided that we're going to do beet and potatoes. We're going to have to move the bales, so I made a start, and we got this unit in. Not cheap, but it works well. And I'm just going to come out of character for one moment to say this is by GTX and LS Modding Company. It saves a lot of a frame rate dip because these are very low texture in here. And it takes let's just check on this. As you can see, it takes about 108 square bales. Three types: hay, straw and grass. But grass I will never use because we don't bale grass, and I don't think even in here Seasons is going to like it a lot. So we've got 67 hay bales in here. We've filled up the straw. This is full with 108, and to get them out we just do a quick demo. Get in the right place. Just find the right place here. There we are. And however many you want, you just add on there, OK it, and behind us will be a bale. Well, we took a hay and it goes back in there. And whilst they were doing it, they put us in another little bit. Also, boy, it's a very good construction company and manufacturing company. That came in a lot of small bits, and it was mowed. It was put in this morning, as you see. Weather's got on a bit. We had a lot of snow, and we're also they threw this in for us for buying that. That's one of the first in the region, and this tells us exactly what we've got in our bins there. You see, no wheat, no barley, no ripe, no 782 maize, no sunflower, soy, no sugar beet, no potatoes. We have some silage, no TMR, no chaff, quite a bit of straw, some grass, which I need to move over at some point to the fermenting silo to get rid of that. Hay, quite well up, and pig food, and wood chips are down the bottom, which we have none of. And out of character again for one moment, they are both by the GTX and the LS Modding Company. Both on Mod Hub, but we also have links through from PCSG because GTX Andy is a very valuable member of PCSG, as has in the past. I think still is, although we don't see so much of them now. Slow Tide, who's part of LS Modding Company, and they have given us permission. Most of the stuff which is on Mod Hub will be linked through from us, and a couple of free items which are not on Mod Hub. Yeah, it reminds me. I'm going to do this as more. I don't normally do mod tests, but this is more a mod test come episode. I'm going to do a little bit of moving some silage, selling some more silage in a few moments. But there's couple of things which we have linked directly. One of them is, I think it's this one. Now this is Andy's, Farmer Andy's toolbox. Now there is one in game, but this one works better with seasons than the one which not in game but on the Mod Hub. Than the one on the Mod Hub. That is available direct from PCSG, and we also, I think we got the Pottingers also direct from us. This. Now I use this a lot for moving the muck out. Manure is perfect for that, and any heap of stuff. If you want to put it into a trailer, it works well. On this map, for some reason, not quite so well if you are moving from one place to another on using the Tip Anywhere facility. But what we're going to do is get up. Now it's stopped snowing and raining. We're going to sell some silage. I'm not certain how much silage we've got in there, but we can find out, can't we? Oh, this is getting mod. We've still got some straw bales over the road, by the way, and they will be going. The reason for doing this is I'm going to need that barn to put the beet and potato machinery in when we get it now, so let's just have a quick look. And by the way, these are placeables. This is a placeable. Very clever work, this. Oh, we've got 226. Well, we in there. Here I want to take it from, actually. Think about what I'll go back to the... We will take one ahead, then we can see how it works. Now, only... It doesn't count down all the time. It only counts down when you're in the trigger. You or the vehicle using it is in the trigger for it. Now, those like me who always fancied the stuff that Stevie shoves into his maps, we can have it now. There's a whole series on them. Before we put that in, put the brake on, I'll just back out of there and we'll just have a quick look at them. They're under placeables. Here we are. There's a base display, another display, and the multi-display, which is one I've fitted on here. This one just shows the grain crops. This shows just about everything else. And this is a little hub display, and I think that just shows it wherever you want it. But these are brilliant. And the other thing is, we have to have a quick look at the straw bales. Oh, this is the Farmer Andy toolbox. Very cheap, but it works with seasons. The other one can have issues with seasons. Just what I find. There we are. There's a whole load of these. This is the big bale pack, for square and round bales. But the round bales is even better as it takes silage and all. Hopefully, they can talk Andy into adding silage into this one. It would be nice. They do need a big footprint. They haven't got a big footprint, and they do need flat ground. But there's a whole load of others. They even made them now for the little bales. A lot of stuff that the Wegener baler produced, and I imagine, I haven't tested yet, but I would imagine the one from SOB, the little John Deere baler bales will also fit in the small one. They've also got some small barns now, all using the same principle. And I know Andy's work, and I think Andy is the one behind most of this. Don't want that. And he does do excellent work, as does LS Modding Company. At the moment, they're probably the biggest and the busiest of all the mod and groups. They are busy all the time making stuff like this. And we are lucky that we at PCSG have some of our members on our forums. Now, if we come out of here, I'm hoping if I get into, if I try and get in around by the display, so I'm in the, then we'll see how that, there we go, look, it's working there, but that only updates when someone's there. It doesn't update all the time if no one's about, which is very fair, saving the processing part, and you see that works. Excellent piece of work. Alright, let's get on with this. Right, as you may recall, we had Stu round here. Well, shall we say, he had an interesting time when he got down to Doc's, the experimental farm. I have managed to piece together what happened. I sent him on a slightly quieter route to get there, out of the way of the towns. And one of the things I'm certain has happened is he's gone on this quieter route, but that I forgot that took him back past Vladimir's Vodka Emporium. Not a good idea. It's just a name for Vladimir's bar. It's just a posh name for it. I filled up Vladimir. Yes, Stu was in there. He had a couple of free vodkas, quite large, and he also took a couple of bottles with him. I know he drank one of them on the way there or on the way back to us, but I see he was sober when he got back to us after a night's sleep over with the Doc. But I found an empty bottle in the Volvo's cab under the passenger seat. Ah, that devil. Still, he got the job done. I will get him in to move the pigs. Luckily, I say, round here, because of the way the drivers are, as you've already noticed, shall we say, stop signs don't mean anything to them. It's not a damn thing. So you always have to be very careful as you're coming down somewhere like this, that you're not going to get sideswiped by a Ukrainian motorist. But this, which is why I said away from the towns. It worries me when I drive through the towns, and I'm getting used to it now. Let alone, but stew through it, like here. Normally I'd send them through this town, but I didn't. I sent them on a route that missed them all, and kept away from the dirt roads. Kept them on hard tops, but quite hard tops. I think I've got some eggs to sell too. See if I can remember when we come back to get rid of them. The rest of the silage is going to come at the fermenting silage silo. By the way, we're midwinter now, so we're getting nicely through the year. I will, out of character again, I will actually miss a few days of winter. I don't think you want to see me just doing this all the time, unless something extraordinary happens, like I find another mod I want to add on. I threatened Johnny I'd be adding this to, and the display came out just after I'd threatened that, and that looks actually the ace part of the whole deal. I always want something easy to fit in like this. It has been ones you fit in using GE, but this one you just plonk it down near the unit you want to test, and Bob's your uncle. And Fanny's your aunt, of course. We mustn't forget Aunt Fanny, right? I really must remember to slow down when I come there. I've been playing 15. I just couldn't remember which key to use. Well, I haven't had. Well, I had plenty of snow, as you can see, but the side there, just off the pavement, and all in the bunkers. But the roads here, they kept clear. So I just went for the trailer to come down. Try not to drive up with the trailer up if I can help it. But this will actually bring in a bit more money for us. Oh, look at that. 22,000. Wow. We're now 44,000. I'm going to spend near enough the rest of the time just selling. I think we need to. Yeah, it seems alright. And I want to just sell off the eggs, get rid of those. I think we've got a lot of eggs on us. It looks alright, but I just don't trust the local drivers. You think I'm a bad driver? I'm good compared to some of these guys. Now I am going to pull up on the pavement up at the junction. Just hope the local gendarmerie aren't about. Because I don't fancy going back to driving to the shop and trying to go. Now up here, I wonder. If we just pull over onto this bit of wasteland here. Let's turn off the. Because we've gone past the junction I wanted. Typical. That was the junction I thought it was back here. Never mind. It's the best place to park up here. We can at least keep off the road. God, that was £786. Should be euros, but as this is a British run farm, we're still thinking in pounds. But I have now got to start making some money to pay back what I owe. And no, I'm not going to even attempt to do the I see. I know when I'm beaten. There's no one ready to park down there, which should be safe. Whoa, no, I don't like the look of that steam up there. Well, I could have was parked right out here somewhere, but that's a long walk. You don't expect me to walk that far. And one other thing we will have to do fairly soon, you're 5 days away, is maintenance. I will try and remember to do that off screen, but which is what I said about Blickling and haven't got round to it yet. And as you will see in the next episode, we're around to spring now on that one. I've got them, managed to get this and Blickling slightly out of step, I'm glad to say. I will be adding those signs to more of my maps, and where possible the bale storage. It saves my awful stacking. I can't stack bales to save my life, let's face it. There's no good pretending. The more I do it, the worse I get. It's not a case of not practicing enough, it's just not having the sheer ability to deal with giants physics. This is fun along here. I cleared about all these roads here were clear. I know you don't believe me, but we had such a lot of snow, we got, I think, a couple more layers down. You can see here where it's done some clearing, but whoa, don't know how much we've got in there. Let's have a look. Don't need to put another sign there here. Mind if I could get to it. So have a look, see what we've got in here. Well, we've got, what was that, 420,000 litres. Got no grass in there, I will put that grass. I think actually when I tip this one, we'll come back and we'll put the grass in there. And get that done then, and that silo will then be empty. Over there. Get rid of my F1 menu again. It is very, very lumpy here. I must have made things worse by trying to clean some of this up, but I didn't want to leave Stu trying to pick his way through the snow. I was thinking about him. I just hope he saved that other bottle of vodka he bought until he gets home. And because it is one of the things about out here, the booze is dirt cheap. I could be absolutely legless every night and not really noticing my wallet. And the locals are actually very nice indeed. They're seeing that the area is regenerating mainly because of the work we're doing on the farm now, and because The biogas plant is producing them power, which is cheaper, a lot cheaper, even with the price they're paying for the silage. They're getting gas off it, which is even better. And you can see all the, not so much here, but there's gas pipelines, and for some reason they put the gas pipelines above the surface. It's probably because of very cold conditions. Oh, let's just slow right down. That's alright. I almost forgot about that turning. But probably, as I was saying, I should imagine the gas pipes above the ground because of very cold conditions and the way that the earth freezing and thawing would crack the pipes. So I should imagine it's safer taking them above ground. I don't know for certain, it's just my reading of the situation. I will ask them one day actually. If we just look over here, I'll just come out. You can see the pipe there, the yellow pipes there going through. Mind if one of those blow, I think you've got a hell of a mess. I've probably got a big hole in the ground where there used to be a town. Missed a sign just. Should be another £20,000. That will almost do for this time for getting money together. Swing around and away we go. Yeah, nice little plant this. It's a bit run down, but it still works very well. It's still quite efficient. But the area badly needs a lot of investment. We have pushed a lot of money into the farm parent company. Hello, they are beginning to get a bit uptight again that I am not making the money they expected. But I shall keep going the way I'm going. I know I will start this year. We have almost all cash crops. Well, that will be all cash crops. Yeah, another 22,000. Not bad at all. I think it's about, should be around the last. Let's sit this down. Last day of good prices on the silage. It's the time though. Oh, we can do one more, I think, and then move the grass over. Well, it'd be better if I got onto the proper side of the road. There's nothing coming there. Alright, I haven't got to get lost this time, or I haven't got to park up this time. I didn't actually get lost. Nobody believes I get lost. And there's the pumping, or the pressure station for the gas just back there. That little building with the yellow doors. Seems to be the colour for the gas here is yellow. I still can't figure out if when I saw this farm originally, there wasn't any house on the place. Mind you, all the animals were scattered all over the place. Then they brought in this, well, I suppose you'd call him an artist, Johnny Vee, to remodel the whole thing. And he actually managed to make a house there, because I'd hate to have to commute in from the town here. This is about the nearest place every day at, well, it'd be 4 o'clock in the morning during sowing and harvest season. And then if you want to do something with the animals, having to travel all the way out to them. No, I'm happy he remodeled it, and we got to after he'd remodeled. God, I just had a look at the weather. Ooh. Luckily, I don't think we want too much in the way of hay. At the moment, I might miss the first cut of grass, the spring cut, and do it in the summer. Hopefully it'll be drier by then. Now what I'm going to do is actually take the rest of the grass out first, go over there, go over to the fermented silo, and then pick up another load of silage, and I think that will do us for this episode. Oh, we are there. Now, where's the grass? I think the grass was about this way. No, not this way. Still quite a bit of pig food to get rid of. We haven't got a lot of grass. It's the last of the grass in here. That makes me feel better that gone out the way. This is quite dry now. It's not ready. It doesn't really ferment too well, but it will do well enough. This our fancy fermented silage silo. It does add a certain amount of moisture to it. It checks what the moisture is as it goes in, and sees whether I want to spray some water on it. Yeah, well, certainly want to spray some water on this stuff. Quietly does it, was I just try and figure out where the tip is, and try and get over there, over all the snow. Now we just tip this in, and that'll be the last of the last of grass. I will, you know, I am toying with the idea of missing the spring cut of grass. I don't think we need to cut it. This is where you hope your brakes don't fail when you come off that. So I just flicked the wrong button. Alright, we do this one, and that will be our lot. Still got. I will top up the silos. So we're all ready to go in the summer with the first cut. Spring is going to be busy with cultivating, sowing. That so we just wandering forward another field. I fancy. I'll just show you. I'd love to get a hold of this field, but I think it's going to be too expensive. But we can get 3, I reckon. But 7 would be perfect for us. That would give us everything this side of the river. And not so much travelling. Let's see what things are like. And 3 has actually been ploughed. Oh, there's grass up there. And the other one I'd like to get hold of is 19. I'm going for the bigger fields. I think we could get 3, 7 and 19. We'd then plough together these two. And we could have 3 growing crops, or 2 growing crops, possibly some maize for silage, in which case we will be want one lot of grass fields for hay, of course. And we could have beet and potatoes as well on, say, these two smaller ones. Oh, anyway, enough surmising. Whatever I surmise now, it won't happen. It never does. I always forget what I said I'm going to do. Now we're soon about to get rid of that animal transport, which should bring us a bit more cash in. This year will be the year we start paying off the money, you know, and we will also be buying more fields. You know, we're going to try and do 2 things. I think we could do it. We're going to have a lot of crop to sell this year. And the last year, a lot of the crop went into the pigs. And without the pigs to feed, we're going to be a lot better off. The pigs will pay, but they're not really set up to do them properly here. Cows and sheep I'm sticking with. And sheep I'm almost getting to the point where we'll start selling. Cows I want a couple of 100 head. Which might mean that bale storage isn't going to be big enough. But we shall see. If the worst comes to worst, we'll take the pig facility right out and see if we can put another bale storage in there. Whoops. Looks alright, but they do come along here a fair old lick. Now anybody who don't know the slang, at a fast speed, fair old lick. Oh, let's slow down a bit. We're hitting the town precincts now. Mind if I obey the speed limit, I'll be about the only person who does in the area. Look at that. Flat out into the bend without even slowing. Anybody think they're on rails? But I will do the same as I've done last year, but this year I will make a lot of silage so we can sell the excess ore. It certainly is paying us. Right. Look to see how long we've been running, 33 minutes, so we'll tip this up and go back, because I want to get the screenshot. Needs to be the new display, all the bales. I like both, but I can't do both. And this one is probably my map with the most mods on. Almost everything I'm using is a mod, it seems. I'm not using more realistic on this one because most of the mods are not done for more realistic as yet, and I'm not bright enough to sort them out. But it is seasoned gearbox and manual attach. And that's it. That's 90,000. Oh, it's not bad at all. I'm gonna probably do a bit more of that off screen, sell the rest of that silo out. Alright, we'll make our way back and I'll start the wind down on the way back once we go onto the main road. This bit takes a bit of concentration. There it goes, flat out and just turn. And that Zill truck would not have turned like that. I'm surprised he managed to do it. It's got better turning than a Formula 1 car. Alright, yes, just thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and you happen upon this at gunpoint by some mischievous villain who really wants to make you suffer, but for some odd reason you still liked it, how about subscribing? I do this type of thing 5 days a week, 5 different maps, only farm sim at the moment. Oh, I do play other games, but mainly off screen. I mainly play the other games for my own enjoyment. Not that I don't enjoy farm sim, I do, but it's the one that needs my least concentration. I play a little bit of Project Cars, only solo, offline. I'm not very good. In fact, I'm flaming awful. But the only thing I'm showing at the moment is this farming sim. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, tales of farming, feel free to post them in the comments section. I read every one and I try and reply to everyone. If I don't reply to you, especially if you need to reply, please try again, let me know, or join us on PCSG and send me a message. "Oi Mayor, why the hell did you ignore me?" type thing. I don't mean to, but sometimes YouTube can be a little bit of a beggar and not always show us what we want to see. I think I'm going to take a picture of the new display. Yes, I think that's about it. So with that, it's Mayor saying that. Cheerio for now. Cheerio. Since there we are. Now I'm just going to go out here and take my screenshot. And if I do it like that, we can get everything else in. So, hell, you can stick around while I'm doing this. You might learn something. Yes, that was a bit of a laugh, wasn't it? Learn something from me. That'll be the day. As Buddy Holly once sung. There we are. Yes, I like that. So, Mayor saying cheerio. For now, cheerio.